Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Fintech News, April 14th, 2020. My name is Nicholas Bello, and as always,
My name is Pascal Mondvillandal. Hi, everyone.
And today, in about just under 10 minutes, we'll be giving you a recap of what's happening in Fintech here in Canada and throughout the world. Today, we'll be speaking about Sila, a startup that raises $7.7 million. Pascal, I'm excited for you to tell me about. PayPal, Intuit, and Square, which become approved as lenders in the US, and consultation opens for a global stablecoin, which sounds really interesting. So why don't we kick it off right away with Sila? Could you tell us a bit more about this company, Pascal?
Yes, Sila, it's a fintech startup based in USA. What they're doing, in USA, when you need to do transfer between company or between individual, you use a protocol ACH, but it's very slow. And this company have well knowledge about banking system. They created in 2009 a neobank, and that they sell to BBVA. And when they were integrating their startup to BBVA, they saw that they were a lot of, the technology was very slow and it's very, infrastructure are huge, but there is no really APIs that were connecting between each other. And they said, okay, we need to do something else. And after a couple of years, they leave the company and they decided to create Sila and to help business to faster the payment between each other. Their goal is to replace ACH in the future, but I don't know if it will happen because it's quite huge in USA.
And sorry, what is
ACH? ACH is like it's like in US to transfer money from one account to another account. Like the Swift protocol, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay, it's a protocol. Gotcha.
But it's very slow. It take when you need to do a transfer, it can take up to 2-3 days to transfer the money using ACH protocol, and they developed a solution to faster the transfer of money. And what they're using, in fact, it's a protocol on top of ERC20 layer, the Ethereum blockchain. To facilitate the transfer between some company account or some individual, but right now they're focusing only on company.
And what's their business model? I'm guessing it's from each API call. They charge per API call.
Sorry.
I was just wondering if you knew about their business model.
Their business model, it's a good thing. I'm wondering, I don't know in detail, but I guess they are taking some transaction costs every time you need to transfer some money.
Yeah.
They are taking some transaction costs, and because when a company need to do a transfer, it takes only maximum 10 minutes because it's very fast on block.
Instead of days. Yeah, that's good.
Using blockchain is very fast, and that's why.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Next up, we want to chat about PayPal, Intuit, and Square, which is also news coming out from the States. So this is obviously due to COVID. A lot of SMBs need some financial help. So as you might have heard, the States announced a $2 trillion stimulus package. Out of that, there's $350 billion allocated through the Small Medium Business Loan Program. And it was traditionally being allocated through the traditional financial institutions, the banks throughout the United States. But PayPal, Intuit, and Square have just recently been approved to also be able to give out these loans to SMBs. So they actually formed a group, which is really cool, that's called Financial Innovation Now. It regroups PayPal, Intuit, and Square, but as well as Amazon, Apple, and Google, to be able to, well, they wrote a letter on March 19th to Congress saying, well, look, our fintechs or tech fins are able to help. We have the digital channels that traditional financial institutions don't. We have that proximity and we can move much quicker. So let us help, distribute these loans. And it's been approved. So now it's PayPal, Intuit, and Square so far that are officially, part of. It's called the U.S. Paycheck Protection Program. So really, I find it's really great news to see that the government is willing to accept innovation, especially in these trying times. And like we discussed last week, we're going to see innovation move much quicker because, well, we don't have that many options and these are great options which will also have long-term repercussions.
It's very interesting because what we saw in US, it's also happening in Europe. Like this week, Santander, through his the startup where he invested, in fact, he bought a fintech startup called eBury, and they're helping also a small and medium company to finance their business in this COVID-19 time. And they were also asking to the UK government to help to have the approval to be able to provide this loan directly to business and to be one of the middleman. And I think we'll saw that a lot in the world, like this fintech who are contributing and partnering with the government.
Well, even here in Canada, the Canadian Lenders Association is lobbying for the same thing with our government, such that the same type of regulations go through. So we'll see what happens, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And then lastly, on the global scene, the Financial Stability Board opened up their consultation regarding a global stablecoin. Can you tell us more?
Yes, the Financial Stability Board launched a global consultation. Everyone can contribute until July 19. There is two initiatives. The first one, it's a recommendation for any regulator to put in place some regulation for stablecoin. What happened with stablecoin? You have crypto market, you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum who are going up and down and is very volatile. And some stablecoin was created in order to exchange your Bitcoin to US dollar, euro, or Canadian dollars to avoid this fluctuation of the market. And even if the product is interesting, but in the future, this product may be financial institution, company may use this product in order for storing a store of value.
Yeah, because like what we're seeing now through this crisis is even like the US dollar is being much more volatile than normal. So it's a stable coin backed on what in this case?
The stablecoin can be backed on US dollar, euro, or Canadian dollar, or any other money. But right now, for what I know that there is some stablecoin back in US dollar, some of them in euro, and some of them in Canadian dollars. And what it's interesting, it's even if the technology is good, there is for regulators there is huge risk because in the future, financial institutions may want to use this stablecoin to finance business, and it will be out of the capital market. It will be in this blockchain. And if there is no regulation, there is no way to see the liquidity, etc. And also there is no way to fight cyber attack and also terrorism, financial terrorism, etc. And that's why if the Financial Stability Board would like are putting a warning and said, guys, please check out. And what really opens their eyes, it was last year when Libra, Facebook released his stablecoin and asked to the regulator, okay, I want to be legitimate. I will do that, and a lot of states were ready for that and said, oh, we are not sure, oh no, yeah, we don't want that. And that's why I think Liberal has here put a plate in something that is very interesting now, and regulator need to act fast if they don't want to be at the last wagon of the train, in the back of the train.
Sure. Okay, neat. So, well, anybody interested in crypto, we invite you to check it out. They wrote a full report from their analysis as of now. But yeah, consultations are open, and then I think it is in October 2020, they'll have their final recommendations. They'll be presented to the G20 about a global stablecoin. So pretty interesting news that will come out at the end of this year. That wraps it up pretty much for today's FinTech news. Thank you everybody for tuning in to today's episode. Just a quick shout out to our Ascension Demo Day that's coming up in 2 weeks from now. We're going to have some of the best new young FinTech stars from across Canada that we've been helping out throughout the last 3 months. And they're going to be pitching what they've been working on. So we invite you to come. It's free, open to all on April 28th from 5 to 7 p.m. And now we move on to the French segment of the FinTech news. So thanks so much, and have a great week, everyone. Take care.